What's up? What's up? What's up? You already know. This is Speech, and today we're gonna be touring West Tampa, Florida, aka the Heights. That's what they be calling it now, but West Tampa, Florida. Let's get into it. Okay, Peach Patch. So today I'm going to be showing you guys West Tampa. We're gonna start with the old West Tampa projects. This was once public housing, the largest public housing community in Tampa, Florida. They started knocking it down a few years ago, and they moved everybody out like 5 and 4 years ago, and they started building this new multi-income community. So it's not gonna just be the projects anymore. It's not gonna be just low income. It's gonna be mixed. I'll see if I can gather some information while I'm here. It does look like it might be somebody in the leasing office. They have signs showing that they are leasing for the downstairs area, which I would strongly advise people consider looking into those things, because this area is changing. It was predominantly black. We're on Main Street, and Main Street, they used to have like all the black businesses. Everybody used to come out here on Friday nights. Hey y'all. Everybody used to come out here on Friday nights and like throw block parties Fridays and Saturdays. I used to come out here and hang out on Main. That was like the thing to do. But they're changing it, and typically, oh, they finna pull this truck. Let's see what's going on. Oh no, they skipped them, so something happened somewhere else. Child, it's always something happening on my vlogs. It's a fire truck, so it must be like an accident or something. Oh, they're going down here by the construction people. Yeah, we always catching some type of footage. I'm always catching something, huh? Anywho, so normally in Florida, I'm on my stabilizer. So normally in Tampa, Florida, our public housing was 2-story townhomes. It more was townhome styles. Like when I got older and I started thinking about it, I was like, the project was actually nice. It was 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and 1-bedroom townhome style apartments. So we would have on the first floor a living room and a kitchen. Let's let this ambulance pass. I don't know. I wonder if that because we were smelling propane. We had to end up moving where we were parked. I initially parked right there, and Daddy was like, it smelled like propane. So I moved the way I parked. I wonder, is it like a fire? Ooh, we is on the scene. We is on the scene. What is happening? So yeah, that's what it is. It smells like propane. So something might be on fire. I ain't even come here for this. See what's going on. They look like they're gonna block it off. They done hit a gas line probably. I might need to go ahead and move out the way. What's going on? That's what it looked like. Had to hit a gas line. Let me move to the other side of the streets. Did they hit a gas line? So that's that smell. So they hit a gas line, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna go over that way. So we're gonna move to the other side. I might come back and do our tour over here because they hit a gas line. That's not what I came over here to videotape. But Daddy said it. Daddy was like, you need to move. It smell like propane. I'm like, propane. And that's the thing with public housing back then. It was gas. We had like gas stove. I had an aunt and 2 cousins that lived over here. We had gas stoves, gas heaters. We had big metal heaters, but it was 2-story. Now these are 6-story. Trying to figure out what's gonna happen, but I don't want to blow up. I know what's gonna happen, but I don't want to blow up. These gonna be nice. So for those of you who are considering moving to Florida, these will be affordable housing, but they won't be low income. Like they won't be like full of just projects. They won't be like that. It'll be like some units will be for project based. Some units might be Section 8, and then some will just, well, not some, mostly will be just straight up public housing. So yeah, I'm gonna leave and come back just because I'm scared of fires. Like I had a house catch on fire before, and it scares the heck out of me. But we was first on scene. Hey guys. Okay, Peach Patch. We're gonna start off in Oakhurst. Oakhurst is a HUD housing community. What HUD means is that if you don't work, you don't pay no rent. if you do work, you only pay a portion of your rent. They offer HUD homes, like HUD apartments, and then they also offer market rate, but it's still below what you would pay other places. They have 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms over here. However, they do not have any washer and dryer hookup, and they don't have any what else, stainless steel appliances. It's just your regular type of an apartment. It's regular, it's normal. Now, I did have 5 family members live over here, and it has been rumored for a few years now that Oakhurst Square Village has been bought out by University of Tampa, also known as UT. It's literally a 3-minute walk from the University of Tampa. That has been a rumor for at least the last, I'll say, 5 years. That's been a rumor. However, I have never been able to confirm that that is actually true. So at the moment, there's still HUD housing. I do feel safe over here. I guess it's because I had family members that lived over here, so I done been over here before. I do feel completely safe walking around. It is directly across from Riverfront Park, which is my favorite park. For those of you who have watched my Tampa living videos and seen Riverfront Park, I go there often. I go there at least 3 times a week with my kids, and I do my exercise videos there as well. It's literally across. So this is a really good piece of real estate, and I wish the people that lived here would know that this is a really good piece of real estate. And the purpose of this video is to show you how much West Tampa is changing and how Tampa is changing as a whole. But West Tampa right now is like the center of gentrification in Hillsborough County. All of the low-income housing is like starting to vanish from this area, and they're starting to build more luxury apartments. Like if you look across, you can see those are luxury apartments. A 1-bedroom over there across this river is anywhere between $1,600 and $2,000 for a 1-bedroom, versus over here, a 1-bedroom apartment at Oakhurst Square Village is anywhere between $0 and no more than $750. So you can't beat that, and you still get all of these amenities like the access to the park, and they have on-site laundry, and you'll be down from Tampa Prep and the University of Tampa, which is literally right there. That's Tampa Prep, which is a private school for middle school and high schoolers, and then you have University of Tampa, which is a private college, right? So normally this was considered the hood. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. It was considered the hood. However, this area is starting to gentrify, and I'm starting to see them put up homes ranging anywhere between $300,000 and $1 million. I have seen some $1 million homes like right up the street from here, and that's the purpose of this video. I'm gonna show y'all how Tampa is gentrifying. I do have fear. Like, I wonder, will the low-income community in Tampa, Florida, still be able to secure housing, especially affordable housing, in the coming future? I am concerned about that. I talk about it often on my Facebook page. But the good news is a lot of my Facebook friends are becoming homeowners. So that is really good. Like the other day, 9 of my Black Facebook friends bought homes. This morning, 3 of my Facebook friends that are Black closed on their first home. So I am starting to see a lot of home ownership within the Black community. So I'm happy about this. Now, this community does have on-site laundry and a playground. It's closed right now. The office is closed, but the on-site laundry is open, and the playground is closed due to COVID. For the most part, I think it's nice over here. It's pretty quiet, and it's affordable housing. But I think it could look a little better. Could look a little better, and I hope that they don't make everybody move out of here. I hope that it does stay low income, so these people won't be homeless, because I do know some areas where there's a lot of homelessness due to them knocking down low income properties, or the property selling and becoming regular market rate rent, but the market is so high. And if you're like, why are you concerned about that? You should be happy that they're making your community better, etc. It's because they're not making it better for the people who are currently in the community. So they come in and they buy the properties and they fix them up, and then they make the rent really, really high, where the people who are actually from those neighborhoods, been there their entire lives, they can no longer afford to live there. And that is a downside of gentrification. For those of you who aren't aware, a lot of people think gentrification is a good thing and you guys should just be happy that somebody is fixing up your neighborhood, when really they're fixing up the neighborhood, but not for the people that currently live in the neighborhood. So this is what the leasing office says. They're closed. They are closed. And this thing has 4 sides. Okay, I'm not gonna walk to the other side because it looks just like this. This is the laundry room. It's pretty clean in here. So they don't have a washer and dryer hookup inside of the homes, but they do have on-site laundry. That's good. Or you could drive, if you have a car, you could drive to the laundromat or catch a lift to the laundromat if you want to. Close to the bus stop. It's a bus stop literally right in front of the complex. Bus number 7. Yes, I know all about that. I used to catch the bus over here when I didn't have a car. And my sister lived over here for, I think, how many years did she live over here before she moved? I think it was like 6 years my sister lived over here. So that's why if you're like, dang, you feel awfully comfortable. I'm telling you, I had family live over here. My brother, he was 18. He got his first apartment over here for like $500 at the age of 18. If you're young, it don't matter where you are in America, they have communities like these. These are called HUD housing. You want to look for something like this: HUD housing, tax credit housing, public housing, which is completely different, but it's similar to this. You want to look for public housing, subsidized housing. They're known by all of those different names. I strongly suggest if you're 18 and you're trying to get your own place, you look into a place like this first before you go out into the world and get something that's regular rent that you know you might not be able to afford, especially being 18. Something that's $500 you can afford at working at McDonald's. If you can get in at HUD, if you lose your job at McDonald's and you want to go back to college or something like that, that would be a great opportunity. You could be male, you could be female. You don't have to have kids to live at places like this. I know a lot of people think in order to get public housing or Section 8, you have to be a woman with kids, and that's not true. You don't have to be a woman with kids. You don't have to be elderly. You could be a single man just graduating high school. You could be a single man trying to get a trade. You could be a single man that's working. You could be a single father. I strongly advise applying for things like this. It makes life easier while you go to school, get a trade, or get a better job. Let's move on down the street so y'all can see how this neighborhood is transforming. And literally a 2-minute walk from up here, but I'm gonna drive. You'll see a house that just sold for over $600,000. You heard me right. This is HUD housing, and right down the street in this once predominantly black neighborhood, a home just sold for over $650,000. Let's go. All right, guys, I am literally down the street from Oakhurst. Oakhurst Square Village is 2 stop signs up. So like, that's 1 stop sign. That second stop sign, that would be Oakhurst Square Village, and across would be Riverfront Park. So I just came up further. I drove. I didn't feel like walking. And I just want to show y'all how this neighborhood is changing. So previously, this was a predominantly black neighborhood. It was black owned. I actually had an aunt and an uncle who owned homes in the same area. I have a cousin who still owns a home in the same area. So right here is the house that they're building. Look how different it looks. If you look around this neighborhood, most homes are older and they are 1-story, or what we like to call in real estate ranchers. They're ranchers. And they look more so like this. You see? That's how they used to look. Now this neighborhood is going through gentrification and they are changing everything. It's crazy. I guess you can compare it to Atlanta. I remember I went to visit my brother who owns a home in Atlanta, and it was like houses that look like this, and then next thing you know, he had this big old nice 3-story townhome, and I'm like, it was something like this. It wasn't even a townhome. It was like literally just like this. And he was barbecuing on his roof. I was like, how did your house look different? He was like, oh, it's like that here. You can go, you know, in the hood, quote unquote hood, and see $1 million homes. And I had never seen anything like that. This was about 4 years ago. I was blown away. But now that's taking place right here in Tampa, Florida. We're going to walk down the street and I'm going to show you guys this new house that just sold for over $650,000. I'm telling y'all, this is a predominantly black neighborhood, well, once was, and it's just changing and changing and changing. If you have family members that own homes over here, I do suggest do not sell. Don't sell grandma's house. Don't do it. A lot of times they might come in, let's say like my aunt owns a home right now. She's been in her home for over 30 years. It's completely paid off. But now they're building new homes all around her for $300,000. So people keep offering her money. They're like, we'll pay you $105,000 in cash money today for your home. And she was considering taking it. And I'm like, do not take that offer. You're older. You don't have income anymore. You know, you want to stay in your home for as long as possible. You want to make sure you are homesteading your home. To the first home owners out there, make sure you homestead your home if that is your permanent primary residence. If that's your primary residence, homestead it. That way when they increase the property value around you, when it stops looking like this and starts looking like something that I'm about to show y'all, they won't raise your property taxes so high where you can't even afford your home, and now you're going through a foreclosure. So make sure you homestead. That's my piece of advice. This house that we're standing in front of, I'm gonna actually go across the street to give you guys a better view. This home just sold for over $650,000 in January of 2020. It's crazy. Look at that. And I think that house down the street is going to be a similar kind of layout because it looks like that way. I'm like, this is crazy. Look at all the houses around it. We would call this an anomaly in real estate, but actually it isn't. They just getting in the game early. They're getting in the game early. So if you are considering moving to Florida, I get a lot of, when I used to do Lyft, I used to get a lot of riders, and they would tell me, I'm moving in here from California, I'm moving here from New York, and your prices are wonderful. I'm like, no, these prices are not. They were like, yeah, it is. Like, even your rentals, a 3-bedroom for $1,800, that's a great deal. You get a balcony. You know, in New York, we can't even rent a studio for $1,800. So they think it's a really good deal. I don't think it's a good deal because I'm native here. And I know, like 4 and 5 years ago, things weren't this expensive. Even this house right now, right here, this is a newly constructed home. And it don't look like anything else on the street. Look at the street. It don't look like anything else on the street. These are new construction homes, and they're worth a lot of money. Anywhere between $300,000 and $1 million. Yes, I did say $1 million. So that's another house. Don't look like it belonged right here in West Tampa. It looked like something in Riverview and Ruskin. The one thing about buying in the city, because when I buy my house, I actually want to buy in the city, is that you can get a home and you can have a front yard, a backyard, and then you don't have an HOA when you buy in the city limits. You don't have an HOA, so you can park your company trucks and all that stuff in your yard. You can have your RV in your yard, things of that nature. Versus if you buy in a community with an HOA, you're not going to be able to park your company vehicles in your yard. You're not going to be able to have any kind of fence you want. If you look, like, everybody's fences are different. When you move into a community that has a HOA or something, they'll say deed restricted, you have to follow certain rules. You can't paint your house certain colors. In the city limits, you could do whatever you want because that does not exist. So I'm just giving y'all a little preview of this street, just so you can get a better understanding of how the street used to look and what's going on now. When you hear people say, I'm moving to Tampa, I got a really good deal. Or they say, I'm moving to West Tampa. This is what West Tampa used to look like. And it's starting to change. It's getting closer and closer to those predominantly black areas. But we're going to go around the corner and I'm going to show y'all what it's really changed at. I'm talking about, y'all going to be like, what? What happened? Like, it's really changed around the corner. Look, he putting up a sign right now. This house is finna be for sale or for rent. I think it's gonna be for sale. What a lot of people do, what they were doing, they were going around to the elderly black people in this community and they were offering them cash for their homes, just like they're trying to do my aunt. Because now her area is starting to transform and go through gentrification. And to somebody that's been in their house for 30 years, $100,000 in cash seems like a lot of money. But when you think about it, it's really not a lot of money. If they're on Social Security, it might be harder for them to retire. And all they're coming to do is they're adding some grass, some plants, put some tile or some laminate flooring in there, and then paint a door. They've been going for like this little rustic farm look. You see that? They're going for looks like that, and then they're charging a lot of money. How much is this house? $285,000 for this house, y'all. This is an older home. Look like they just renovated it, and now it's gonna be $285,000. For those of you who want to move to Florida, I'm sorry, you just put it on there. It just went on the MLS?
Well, yeah, yesterday.
Oh.
It's going on the contract.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Get that money. So he said it went on the MLS yesterday and it went under contract today, last night, to this morning. That's insane. So the inventory in West Tampa not even lasting long. I might need to go ahead and reactivate my real estate license, y'all. Homes are selling like crazy, but this area a few years ago, it was not that expensive. Like I said, it was a predominantly black area. I'm not practicing real estate, so I could say that. Other people can't tell you like, oh, this black area, this Spanish area, but I'm not practicing real estate, so I could tell y'all that. But this area is definitely transforming, and they're starting to do just simple renovations like this. So if you're looking to move to Florida, you better get here quick, because I think in the next year or two, these homes gonna be like 500 to $1 million. You ain't gonna find them for 285, and that's not even like a big old mansion or anything like that. A few years ago, 285 was gonna get you a 2-story home. You're gonna have, even back in the day in Riverview, you can get a house about 4 years ago in Riverview and Ruskin. You can get brand new construction for $150,000 to $205,000. Now, look at what 285 is getting you in city limits. Look at this lot. I wonder who owned that lot. There go y'all, an empty lot. But yeah, so I done showed y'all this part. We even got to see a house that just went under contract after 1 day on the MLS. That's insane. For 285 at that, I wouldn't pay 285 for that. I wouldn't. So this area is definitely changing, especially since they knocked down the projects, which is literally, it was literally 3 blocks up was the projects. Now they knocked it down and they're rebuilding it, which you're gonna see in this video. I don't know if I'm gonna show it before or after. I was recording it already, but a gas line just popped and the police came and the fire trucks came. It was over 10 fire trucks, and they told me that I need to back up because it was dangerous. And then Daddy told me that I needed to leave in case it exploded. So we left because we have 2 of the kids with us today. But yeah, this area is changing. Any of you who are concerned, like you up here recording people's houses, I could do that. Like, this is public. It's public. They're private property, but walking past on the sidewalk recording, it's public. I'm not telling you who lives there. I'm not saying any names or anything like that. So that is perfectly legal for those of you who are concerned. Let's go back to the car and we're gonna go around the corner and show y'all where these homes are selling for $385,000. Now, if you want a good deal right now in Tampa, I would suggest you buy in Sulphur Springs. You know, do what you want to do, speak to an attorney or whoever you got to talk to, but Sulphur Springs is still a predominantly black low-income area, but I know it will be going under gentrification soon because they have been putting 4-way stops and crosswalks in the middle of the hood, in the middle of the ghetto. When they start adding all them 4-way stops and roundabouts and little speed bumps and the brick speed bumps and crosswalks, that tells you that they are about to gentrify that area. Okay, so y'all pay attention. I've been telling people for the last 2 years, if you're gonna buy a house, buy in Sulphur Springs. Ain't nobody listening to me, but I know that's gonna be the next area selling for $285,000 and $650,000, like the 2 houses that we just saw. So I was just talking to some elderly ladies about how the house across the street from them sold for over $600,000. They didn't even know that. I was just talking to them about that, and like, you know, be mindful if you sell your home, how much homes in this area are selling for. I want them to be informed. They're both black, they're both elderly ladies. They're watering their grass and stuff. I just want them to be informed. Okay, Peach Patch, we are still in West Tampa, Florida. It looks like it's gonna rain. It's very windy out. Hopefully, you know, it's nothing too disruptive for you guys. I'm currently looking at these townhouses and houses in this area to show y'all. Like, that's a house, but then this is like the townhouses. I feel like these look so strange. They look like they belong in a museum. It don't look like people would live in those, but that's the style. This area is very different. I'm gonna walk through here and get us some footage. This area is very different than what I'm used to seeing in Tampa. I think this looks more so like something out of California, but hey, what can I say? They say everybody from California is moving here. They're still building new townhomes. So not all of these are lived in, but most seem like they are. These are 3-story townhomes. It has a garage at the bottom. I don't know, like 2 more levels to make it 3 floors, and then the 4th level looks like the patio. It kind of looks similar to when my brother lived in Atlanta. Well, he still does. His place in Atlanta was similar to this. It was like a garage, a living room and a bedroom, then 2 more bedrooms at the top, and then on the 4th floor, that was like his backyard. You could say it was like a upstairs backyard. That's how I would explain it. I don't know what you call it, but he had like a barbecue grill, lounge chairs, and all that on the roof. I was like, okay then. So this is still in the middle of West Tampa. This area used to be just like warehouses on this side. It used to be like warehouses, a nightclub, and then more black-owned homes. But there wasn't too much stuff right here. This is what these look like. Now we're gonna go look this way. We have like apartments on this side. These aren't townhomes. At least I don't think so. It looks like apartments. I've never been in any of these. I've never toured these. It just blows my mind how much this area is transforming. I don't know how much these are going for. I may look them up. It's weird though, because all of them have the same address. I wonder if they have unit numbers. They all say 401. And I'm starting to see a trend in this area where they're not naming the communities after like a real name. They're just naming them after the street. Like the other ones I'm going to show you, they're like 301 Rome. So there might be 401 Oregon or something. Like they're not giving them a community name. I'm like, that's weird. All of this stuff is a whole new vibe, and it's scary as heck because they're paying a lot of money to live over here. Like I said, I know to own stuff over here, it's between $300,000 and $1 million to buy something over here. But I'm kind of wrong, because we just saw that house that sold for $285,000, and it didn't even have a garage, and they bought that. It's so much new construction going on over here, y'all. And this is literally right down the street from University of Tampa, which once again is a private college. I don't even know the name of these. I'm gonna have to find out, but they look very secure. You gotta have like a card or a fob to get in here. Can't just walk up in there, except on the porch. Just walk up on your porch, and then you got a back door if you live on the 1st floor. So yeah, this look more like apartments to me, but I haven't seen a leasing office yet. I don't know if they're condos where they're owning them. There's a pool. Let's go look. Nope, I'm not scared. I'm kind of used to going wherever I want to go and feeling like comfortable. So yeah, they have a pool in the middle, like a courtyard with the pool. But like I said, I don't know if these are condos or if these are regular apartments. It looks like it might be an apartment. I'm gonna ask this man, because he got on his little uniform like he work here. Excuse me, are these apartments or condos? Apartments. How much do they start off at? Like a 1-bedroom. Do you want to be on camera?
It's the office.
No.
Really.
So what's the name of these?
No flats.
So these are NoHo flats, guys, and they're apartments, not condos. I'm not going to the leasing office. I just don't feel like it. We're just gonna give y'all a tour of the outside. I don't feel like looking in these. You can comment down below if you would like for me to go inside of NoHo flats and let you know how one of these look, or you might can Google and see how they look. But they have both sides. They got this side and this side. They got garages. Wow, child, who was expecting that? Not me. Excuse me. Like I said, a few years ago, this was a predominantly black-owned homes. People consider this like the ghetto, the hood. Black-owned homes, and then it was like warehouse. That's all that was right here. Now they're just building. I feel very country because I keep lifting my head up at the stuff they built. And like my cousin, I never been to New York, but my cousin went to New York, and he was like, everybody knew he wasn't from there because he kept being amazed at all the buildings. Like, wow, like he was just so country. So we're not gonna be able to walk this way. I'm gonna have to go up and around because they got so much construction going on right here. I wonder what this gonna be. Who knows? Probably another complex. Very crazy, y'all. I just spoke with somebody who's working in the inside of one of these, and they said that they're not sure how much these go for, but he knows that they're over $500,000, y'all. Right in the middle of West Tampa. It's crazy. Insane. All right, so I done stopped and started eating a snack because I was hungry. I was walking. Got me hungry. So this building belongs to Tampa Housing Authority. Tampa Housing Authority is over our public housing in Section 8. I never do that. I just see all the Tampa Housing vehicles. They ain't got no sign that says Tampa Housing Authority. But you see all of their vehicles. See that? Anywho, look, when I'm stepping out the range, yo, it's over. This area is changing so freaking much. This is the next property we're going to look at. I saw these the other day, and it just blew my mind. Because like I said, this was once a predominantly black neighborhood, or it was full of warehouses. Like on this side, it was full of warehouses. On the other side, look at TPD. Look at Tampa's finest. On the other side, it was mostly black-owned homes, black businesses, Spanish businesses, Spanish-owned homes. Like it was minority-owned over here mostly. And then now it's just changing so much, and it's so expensive. I don't know too many minorities who can afford to live in these areas. I'm just being honest. Here in Tampa, I know like Atlanta is different. I know Washington is different. Like it's other states where blacks earn a lot of money, but I'm telling y'all, I'm from Tampa. I've been here my whole life. Blacks here do not earn a lot of money, and our neighborhoods aren't as diverse. I'm being honest with y'all. Like, I know some people might try to argue me down. I had somebody say something like that earlier. It's like, no, I'm from Tampa, been here my whole life. It's not as diverse as other places. When I went to Atlanta, it seemed like everybody driving Benzes and Range Rovers, no matter your race. Like, it's okay. It's normal for black people to drive nice cars and have nice jobs, good paying jobs, and own homes. Here, it's not as popular. I'm just being honest. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? Anywho, the name of these are called 301 North Rome Ave. That's a weird name. I don't know why they named it that, but that's what they call 301 North Rome. There go more Tampa Housing Authority. They moving people furniture out. Like, what's going on, Tampa Housing Authority? So we're gonna go across the street, and I'm gonna give y'all an outside look at these. This is gonna be a restaurant. It's gonna be some type of bistro on this side. We saw those apartments. We walked past those. Those are NoHo flats. Over here is another apartment complex. I don't know the name of them. I haven't went past them yet. I may go that way just to get the name so y'all can know. But these homes are townhomes, 3-story townhomes with the garage in the back. Starting price is $389,900. Can y'all believe that? In the middle of West Tampa. All Tampa natives. Can y'all believe that? That's crazy. That's just crazy. But yeah, let me go past them so y'all can see they're still working on them. I know people in other areas might think this is a great deal. Like I said, when I did Lyft, I got a lot of clients, a lot of riders from California, from New York, and places like that. And they would tell me how affordable real estate is here. But to me, as a Tampa native, I feel like these prices are ridiculous. Like, that's not normal. So it's 3-story townhomes. I'm trying to get y'all a full view. 3 stories. And hopefully my camera isn't too shaky. I don't know how the inside look. If y'all interested, look, we're going to give him a free plug. If y'all interested in these, because, you know, some of y'all big ballers, you know, call the nimble. Call David. Call David. He got him some free promo. But it's 3 stories. To me, it's looking like a living room and dining room on the front with the garage in the back. So you can enter through the back. And then you have your neighbors. I don't think I would personally pay that much to live in something like this where you don't really have a yard. Like, it's gonna be their little yard. Y'all can see that? Hold on, let me bring this down. See the yard? But you got some stone walkway, and then the steps look unique. I don't see the value being that I'm from here. But I know that real estate is changing so much in this area, and that y'all are moving from places that are even more high. Y'all make a lot of money, so y'all think that this is very affordable. As a native, it's like, what? And I'm just gonna show y'all on this street what it normally looks like before they start building stuff like this. We're gonna walk a little bit further down, and then after that we're gonna wrap up this video because it's getting kind of long. I don't know if I can keep y'all attention for that long. I want to go in one of these so bad. I'm gonna go in one day. Let's see if we can get a little sneaky to peek. Get a little sneaky to peek. of the layout. I just see like, it look like living room and garage right there. Boom. That's all that look like. And then like you're going straight up the steps. That's what it looks like. It don't look like there's much going on the first floor from where I'm at. But y'all can see the garages are in the back. They're still building these, but they are selling. They're actually selling. Then we have these homes over here that are kind of newer construction still. Like these are newer construction homes. It's not normal for this area. It is becoming normal. Look, Walmart right there. Y'all can just walk through the little alley. Through the alley to Walmart. So these are like the newer construction homes. I'm sure these over 500,000. If they selling a townhouse for 3 something and you finna have a single family home next to them, 2-story, 2-car garage with a front and a backyard, then I know that these are probably 500,000 or the upper 400,000 in this area. Look, Dominion Homes. This man built a lot of those little skinny 2-story homes. They be 2-story, but they be kind of narrow. If y'all looking for, look how big the lot is. If y'all looking for that kind of style of a home, he building up stuff everywhere. What it say? What his plans say? Let's see, because I'm nosy. Oh, they got a notice of violations for overgrowth. He got a violation from the city. He need to come cut his yard. Y'all call that man, tell him the city say, come cut your grass. Come cut your grass. Or they gonna get your ass. Over here is more of like the older part, the older community. You can see downtown Tampa from here. So if you like a lawyer, a big baller, shot caller or something, somebody working downtown, you working at Tampa General Hospital or something like that, you minutes away. Like literally. It's probably a 5-minute drive from downtown. I'm gonna say 5 minutes just because sometimes Kennedy traffic can be a little, if you work at the hospital, I'll say 10 minutes just because of traffic. And this area can get a little crazy on Kennedy Boulevard. And then now we're back, we're on Oregon. We on Oregon and North B Street. That's where those other townhomes I showed y'all at. Then this is a church, but people just be hanging out here drinking and stuff. I don't see that going nowhere. But yeah, y'all get the gist. Y'all get the gist of the neighborhood. It's changing in West Tampa. So all my Tampa natives, y'all better get on y'all grind. I'm trying to get on my grind. I'm trying to buy my house cash. But the way these prices keep on increasing in Hillsborough County, especially in the city of Tampa, it make me feel like, ooh, I'm be uploading YouTube videos like every single day. I'm be uploading YouTube videos 2, 3, 4 times a day, because it's getting expensive to live here. Even when it comes to renting, things they used to rent for $900. Like my mom, she had lived in the same townhouse for 6 years, and her rent was like $800. And then the owner sold the property, and they renting that same townhome out now for $1,600, double the rent price. And they didn't really do no upgrades because my mom had it like already nice in there. They didn't even do no upgrades. Like, it's crazy. A lot of places are increasing the rent, and that's why I tell you guys who do own homes currently, especially first-time home buyers, make sure you homestead your primary residence so that when that area does increase, you won't be paying crazy amount in taxes and property taxes to the point where you can't afford the home. And a lot of times the realtors drop the ball and forget to mention to their clients about homesteading. So make sure y'all do that.
Hit her like you like, hit her like you like, for your girl. You like my pictures, hit her like you like. You like my videos, hit her like you like. You ain't no hater, hit her like you like. You getting paper, hit her like you like. Go like, let's go. Like to the 4. 1 like, 2 like, 3 like, 4. Hit her like you like soon as you see my videos. You know your girl funny, yeah, you know your girl dope. If you really like me, why wouldn't you hit it, yo? L to the I-K-E-Y, bae. Hit her like you like and send that love my way. L to the I-K-E-Y, bae. Hit her like you like and send that love my way. Like, let's go. Like, follow. Like, hit her like, hit her like you like. For your girl, go. Slide with a like, rock with a like. To the left, to the right, go like. Australia better like. like US, better like UK, hit a like, hit a like it like, hit a like for your girl. Take it back to the like, from the left to the right, go like, Scotland better like, hit a like, go left to the right, go like Africa, go like, worldwide, go like, I hope y'all like this sound. Yeah, that's right, hit a like you like for your girl. Thanks for juking back.